Hey everyone, so if you're learning Portuguese, you've definitely felt this. You're trying to say something simple and suddenly you hit this weird wall with verbs and the little words that come after them. It feels totally random, right? Super frustrating. But I promise you, it's not random at all. There's a secret, a pattern, and today we are going to crack that code. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's get things off with a really common phrase. How would you say, I'm thinking about you in Portuguese? Go on, think about it for a second. Now, if you're like most English speakers, your brain immediately wants to just, translate it word for word. But right there, that's the trap. So if you thought pensar sobre, ding, 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 you just fell right into that classic translation trap. A native speaker would always say pensar-me. So what gives? Why? Well, it's because in Portuguese, certain verbs are basically glued to a specific preposition. It's not a suggestion, it's a hard and fast rule. And that, right there, is the big idea we're tackling today. These little verb preposition combos, they almost never translate literally from English. And I'm sure you've been told, oh, you just have to memorize them. Memorize is such a boring word, isn't it? It sounds like a total chore. So you know what? Let's look at this a different way. Instead of trying to memorize a super long, boring list of words, I want you to start thinking of these as power couples. Seriously, the verb and its preposition are this inseparable unit. They are a team. They always go together. So you never just have gostar. You have gostar-de. You don't just have confiar. You have confiar-en. The moment you start seeing them as a package deal, I swear this whole concept just clicks into place. All right, you ready? Let's meet our first two groups of celebrity couples. We're going to kick things off with the verbs that are always paired up with a and com. Okay. Take a look at these. What's so great about this first group is how often you'll use them. Like when you get home from work, you don't just chegar casa, you chegar a casa. And when you need to reply to that email from your boss, you have to responder a ese email. See? It's a fixed pair every single time. And here's a perfect example in the wild. Por favor, responda a ese email. Look at that. Responda and a. Side by side. That is the power couple doing its thing. It just sounds right. It sounds natural. Okay, moving on to our next group, the ones that partner up with com. Now this list has a real gem on it. Sonhar com. In English, we say we dream about something, right? But in Portuguese, you dream with it. Sonhar com. And that right there is a perfect example of why you've just got to throw that word-for-word translation habit out the window. And here's another one. Concordo inteiramente com a tua opinião. Concordo com. I agree with. Now, this one might feel a little more obvious to an English speaker, and that's cool. But the key is still to lock it into your brain as a single unit. That's what's going to make your Portuguese sound so much more fluid and natural. All right, next up we have two absolute workhorses of the Portuguese language, the verbs that pair up with de and am. I'm not kidding, you are going to see these, hear these, and use these all the time. Okay, so for this list, I need you to just burn these first two into your brain. Gostar-de and precisar-de. You want to say you like something, it's always gostar-de. You need something, it's always precisar-de. These two they're non-negotiable. You need them for basically any conversation you're ever going to have. And check out this simple example. Todas as crianças gostam de doces. You will never, ever, ever hear a native speaker just say, gostam doces. It sounds wrong. That D isn't just an extra word they throw in for fun. It's part of the verb's identity. It's the other half of the power couple. And hey, look at that. We've come full circle right there at the top, pensar-en. That's the answer to our very first question. To think about someone is pensar-em alguém. And this list has other absolute heavy hitters too, like confiar-em, to trust in someone. Another one that doesn't quite translate literally. Oh, this is such a good example. Eu não confio nele. Now, hold on a second. You might be looking for the word em, right? Where did it go? Well, it's hiding. In Portuguese, when you have em plus ele, that's in plus him, they squish together to become nele. It's a little contraction, but the grammar is perfect because the foundation, that power couple confiar-em, is still there holding it all together. Okay, let's round out our list of celebrity couples with our final group. These are the verbs that always partner up with the preposition por. And a really huge one to focus on here is esperar por. to wait for. See, in English, we can have wait all by itself. But in Portuguese, you really have to start thinking of esperar por as one single idea, one chunk of meaning. I mean, come on, we've all been here, right? You're waiting for someone, looking at your phone, getting more and more annoyed. Estou farto de esperar por ele. It's such a universal feeling. And when you can say that, with the esperar por perfectly in place, you don't just sound grammatically correct. You sound real. You sound natural. So, okay, we've met all these power couples. That's great. But how do you actually get them from the screen into your brain and out of your mouth? Well, it's all about making a small but really powerful shift in your mindset. Here it is, your new game plan. It's just 3 easy steps. From this moment on, whenever you're reading or listening to Portuguese, I want you to do this. Step 1, spot the verb. Step 2, immediately look for its partner preposition. And step 3, mentally staple them together. Treat them like a single word. That's it. Listen, if you forget everything else I've said today, please remember this one thing. You have got to stop translating word for word. That is not how languages work. It's all about finding the patterns, the chunks of meaning. The moment you start seeing these power couples, you'll start seeing the real rhythm of Portuguese. All right, so this isn't just about watching and nodding along. This is about doing. So I have a question for you right now. Which power couple are you going to make your own? Which one will you master first? Is it going to be gostar de, pensar en, esperar por? Don't try to learn them all at once. Just pick one. Make it your mission to use it this week. Once you own it, you've taken a huge, huge step towards sounding so much more like a native speaker.